That's pretty weird, I know, but I don't know. It's a bad habit I developed last year. Um, I don't know. I guess maybe with my sort of interests, why bother going outside when there's so much fun indoors? Because I mean, there's one place I go when the internet is bad, and sort of, or if I'm downloading something and I'm hoping and I'm just wanting it to download faster. I spend a lot of time here when when the internet's not working right. I can't help but sort of sit around in here. It doesn't smell great. It smells pretty bad, and it's cold. But here it is. Here they are, the routers that we use here. That's our internet. And if something's downloading really slowly, I become a little paranoid, and I wind up sort of sitting in here in the hopes that being a few centimeters closer to the routers will help make stuff download faster. It's yeah, I probably shouldn't sort of make a habit of hanging around in here. I mean, of course, being so sort of indoorsy and sort of internet bound, this leads to kind of rather peculiar celebrations of certain things. I mean, Valentine's Day, somewhat harder. I mean, it's kind of a big thing online. Well, I say a big thing online. It's something that recluses like myself do. Well, I hadn't done one before simply because, well, for good reason. I thought it was creepy. But I don't know if you see here, people like to take chocolates and things and offer them to their favorite anime characters. Yeah, that's what you do on Valentine's Day. You wanna go to the cinema with a date? No, you don't. Get back in your house and have Valentine's Day with your waifu. Yeah, that bad bit of English from what sort of transformed into a whole new term where horrible things like this happen. So I of course decided to play around with it a bit. I instead opted for well, a character from a short horror manga which has become rather well known, called The Enigma of the Amangara Fault, where someone gets sort of trapped in a hole, and through walking along gets just more and more distorted and winds up looking like a kind of a man made of noodles, which of course to me seems incredibly logical. But for you sad, unfortunate people who do not know what sort of thing this leads to, it leads to pictures like this. Yes, I tied up my entire laptop in cling film and then dumped noodles on it, attaching a knife and a Bible. God probably isn't happy with me for this, but whatever, it was funny. If you see, there's my horrible noodle person Valentine's on the screen. Screen. And yeah, that took a lot of work sealing up my computer like that. And of course, I had to be very careful with the amount of noodles I put on, simply because once I put on too many, it actually started weakening down some of the keys, meaning that it kept rotating the picture and stuff. I think all of my housemates now think I'm insane. Well, considering putting the noodles on my laptop with knives and things, and also various other arts and crafts that I've been working on. Taking paper lampshades and wrapping them in duct tape is apparently not that normal. Don't know why. Clearly these people don't know the true meaning of art, they don't. I'm a perfectionist, I am. Some people only offer sort of, I don't know, a Kit Kat to their crummy anime Valentines, or I don't know, sort of only sort of decide to put on a cheap wig and sort of change their shirt if they want to sort of go to a convention in fancy dress. No, nothing can be simple for me. I have to do things to sort of, well, the fact that I completely coated my laptop in noodles and sort of desecrated a Bible pretty much tells you my kind of standards for take things to the nth degree. I don't know. I've had a few girlfriends. Not many. Not many. But I'm not sort of forever alone as the sort of the sort of trendy saying seems to be now. No. I mean, obviously I can get girlfriends, just not very often. I guess maybe being kind of eccentric and, well, I guess I can't exactly deny that I'm eccentric, can I? But I guess that's what being a geek entails. But, you know, sooner or later you find other eccentrics and it works out, I guess. And then you wind up with more eccentric children. It gets passed down, I guess. I know my parents are weird enough.
Normal stuff? Well, what do you define as normal? I mean, I go to people's parties and stuff occasionally, and I don't know, what is normal? I go outside, I talk to people, go to the cinema, go to concerts, you know, I mean, it's just the normal deal, isn't it? I don't really think too hard about what I do, but I suppose I have a lot of normal interests as well. Nothing that sporty though. Sport is kind of like the one thing that nerds will not necessarily fit in with normal people on, if you ask me, but you know, anything else I'll be more than willing to try. So I think I'm not that afraid of how I'm particularly seen when it comes to nerdiness. I mean, I'll quite gladly sort of wander out into town really looking a complete mess. I mean, once I got when I was preparing for Halloween last year, I actually got kicked out of Boots for not wearing any shoes because I just walked out there in my bare feet. I mean, it's just 2 minutes from my house, so I just figured why not just wander out, go to Boots, and sort of wander back. And no, I guess I'd be more happy going in Boots and stuff if, you know, like that. But then I suppose that isn't a nerd thing. When it comes to nerdy things, it doesn't bother me at all. I can wear, I mean, I've got, wait, let me just see if I can find it. It's probably in one of my drawers here somewhere, if it isn't on the floor or something. Yeah. I mean, I'm not bothered going outside wearing stuff like, I don't know, this, or if you've seen the Big Bang Theory, sort of Big Bang Theory shirt, or even this con t-shirt with lovely anime girl or whatever just on the front, or heck, I have been outside wearing this before. Yes. I'm honestly not bothered by that. I mean, I think it's more just personal decision, I guess, to be precise. Although I don't know, introversion and stuff can be kind of a hassle when sort of going to shops sometimes, I guess. Like I often feel like sort of trendy clothes shops and stuff, it's kind of like, oh no, can't go in there. It's a bit intimidating, I suppose, but ultimately it's not that bad. I can go into pretty much anywhere. I think, like, you know, all these people walking around in really naff sweaters and deliberately sort of nerdy glasses with sort of retro things like Star Trek and things on their shirts, you know, that's kind of geek reappropriated to be in a sort of cool way. I guess that's kind of a good thing, although I don't know, I mean, look at all the comic book films in the cinemas and all the sort of music that, you know, uses chiptunes and sounds like old video games. I mean, I just think of stuff like Crystal Castles. I mean, isn't that sort of nerdy? I think that's the sign of sort of nerdiness becoming cool already. And, you know, we get new Star Trek movies, new Star Wars things. You know, it's always constantly changing. I think we're still just going to get more and more nerdy and sort of maybe more and more accepting of that thing as time goes on. Dungeons and Dragons will probably be last, though. That's going to take a while.